state your name and your role.
Isaac Cantrell. My name is Isaac Cantrell, and I play Teddy Rocks.
Maura Doyle, and I played Molly Major.
Lukas Heath, my calculus.
Norman Alexander, Chad, quarterback.
JT Hershberger, Eddie Stone.
My name is William Clapp, and I play the Bloodbearer.
Hi, this is Trev Ryan. I play Hellfire Hades in Book of Hades.
Hey, my name is Reilly. I was one of the cult members. And I have a list of questions I'm supposed to answer.
Playing Teddy Rocks was an entirely unique experience, I think. I've never played a character like Teddy Rocks in my whole life. I've been acting for like 12, 14 years, something like that. I've never somehow avoided playing like an actual, just like teenager adjacent, like dropout delinquent kind of kid.
It was so much fun. I feel like I genuinely was able to learn a different side of myself playing Molly. I love literature and I love studying, so being able to channel that side of myself to learn my character was really, really enjoyable. So I loved being Molly.
Horrific. I hated that we brought him back. Yeah, I don't like him. I don't like playing him. I do like playing him, but like I don't know how else to explain it other than like.
He gives me the irk.
Yeah, he just gives me the ick, and that's me. I'm being the icky person.
It was cool to reprise Chad again, because if you ever have any problems with like the first film, I'd be like, I wish I would have delivered my line this way, or I wish my body language was more so like that. It kind of serves as a bit of a redemption. Yeah. And it shows there's a bit more confidence this time around.
It was cool reprising Eddie for the third time in a row. This character just never seems to die. He always comes back some way or another. But it's still fun to see him thriving in the universe still.
We're definitely bringing my calculus back for 3.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it was all right. I'd say I enjoyed playing the Bloodbearer. So, as people can obviously tell, it was a rigorous audition process landing this role. So many tapes I had to send in before even getting considered. Also, being the creator, I definitely didn't want to pick a role, just to like throw myself in there, as I feel like some filmmakers tend to do. Like, they kind of just force themselves in there because they want to be on screen, and I definitely never wanted to come across that way, and I wanted to write and perform a role that I felt like, I could really knock out of the park. To really explore, this more serious, I don't think I really had many jokes, maybe Spring Break Baby, but that was more so of just me mocking Teddy. But, I loved playing Bloodbearer.
This is my second go-around, second stab at the character, and overall, I was only there for 2 days for it, but just seeing what we did with kind of an origin story was pretty neat, was pretty cool. Seeing a new look for Hades was really cool. I loved the shoulder piece, the more stoic kind of approach to him where he just shows up, does his thing real quickly, and then he's gone. And the slight physicality of it was the fire and making sure to get it right. Thank God we had good gloves on hand to make sure I didn't set my hand on fire. And the first time I almost melted the plastic around the lens of the camera because of how close I got to it.
Okay, so it was really fun playing a cult member. We got to be creepy and weird, and I got to get punched in the face. So that was really cool.
This is a really early shoot. It might have been our first. I don't even remember. I was in layers and stuff. I had shirt, sweater, huge thick jeans, these thick socks. And I was realizing, like, man, I don't hate this. And I was longboarding around in the heat for like 3-4 hours. I forget how long it was, but yeah, it was 90 degrees, fully just like swelteringly hot. And it was me and my water bottle against the world. And I looked behind me and I realized that I was not alone with that. So that was a good time.
There was something so fun about the rehearsal process. And all of us just getting to meet at that church for like a good chunk of the summer. It was just something really fun to look forward to. And it felt like spring break, baby, like those vibes. It was so much fun, and that we got to do that together. It was like a little family vacation.
We talked to a homeless man. We were filming the
Southfield Slop.
Southfield Slop scene. And we were filming outside of an abandoned building, which we did scout, and it was safe. But we were filming, and we just hear a voice from the inside. It's like, what did he ask? Like, are you guys filming or something?
He said, what are you guys filming out there? No one actually like heard this guy except for me. I thought it was like some random guy on like the street just like talking, and no one else heard him but me. So I just like answered his question, and I found out that he was like inside the building.
Yeah, because like once we all started hearing him, we like looked around, and there was no, like, you couldn't see through the windows, you couldn't see through the entrances or anything. So it was just like this disembodied voice coming from nowhere, and he never spoke again.
So he went back to sleep.
Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah.
My favorite moment of filming was actually just like the last scene of the movie, just where like kind of Norm and I have that like reunion scene where we're segueing into the first scene. I thought that was actually a pretty cool tie-in. Also, one of my favorite memories was when the first scene I was in, where I was putting on my wig, and I was I was thinking, like, wait a minute, something doesn't feel right. Like this wig's not sitting right like it normally does. It's not giving me that pizzazz. And then come to realize that like there's too much hairspray and like hair gel in this wig. It's like my wig never had hair gel. Come to find out it was Morgana's wig.
It's like, is that Morgana's wig? And I was like, no, I didn't pack Morgana's wig. I packed JT's wig. It's like, no, actually, it was
Morgana's wig.
Before my phone dies, can we show the people what you just brought?
Meant to grab Eddie's wig. This is Morgana's wig, so fun.
I think you went wigless that day.
Yeah, I went wigless.
That's why.
That's why I had my hood up.
Oh, that's why. Oh my God,
because it didn't have the wig.
Yeah, of course, another fun memory being the squatter we ran into while filming at the Southfield Slop. The location was scouted twice beforehand, and no one was discovered. But yeah, that was a fun little scare. Delivering my monologue in the woods, I gave you a chance to be a part of something greater than yourself. That whole spiel, and then getting all the reactions afterwards. Reactions from, Bethany and, some of the other crew members of just like, oh my gosh, you were like kind of scary, dude. So, or like, oh wow, you were great. So like, especially because I spent so long, hammering that monologue down. So to like finally be on set performing it, and, the payback and the payoff and just all the feedback I got, it was great.
When Hades kills the cult leader, which once again, that's my brother. So having him stand in front of you and have him tell me how I need to kill him was a very surreal setting to be put in. So it's not every day you get to play Cain and Abel, but here we are playing Cain and Abel, and that was very fun. It was a very intense shoot. He kind of told me what to do, and I took my foot and put it on the gas and just let it ride. And I think that final result of that kill was very rewarding. It was a very satisfying experience. As dark and as weird and as cryptic as it sounds, going into I killed my brother.
Any fun memories? Well, I was with my best bud Lukas, and so Lukas was there doing makeup, so Lukas wasn't actually on screen. But it was really cool to hang out with him. So I would say, yeah, that was probably one of my favorite moments.
Absolutely terrible. Hate all your guts, every single one of you. never speak to me ever again. Lose my number, block me on everything. No. You too. The cast was all awesome the whole time. It was so great getting to meet everybody. We have a fantastic special effects makeup artist and Mike Calculus, Lukas, among others. It was nice getting to see some of the faces that I had seen in the first Hellfire Hades. And in Hellfire Hades 2. But yeah, it was great getting to be on screen with these folks, and great getting to because this was actually my first kind of film debut a little bit, because I had never really acted for the screen ever. I think I had once during like a summer camp for musical theater in like 10th grade or something. But yeah, this is a totally different beast, and I really loved this whole cast. Young Goth Peer, we miss you, Max.
It was so great, and I really appreciated everybody who'd been working with this, company for the last few years, and everyone was so welcoming, and so kind and supportive. It was just like an overall incredible experience, and everybody was so kind.
So much fun. Like, again, basically to reiterate what they all said, working with like new people and old people. But I mean, I hadn't worked with you before.
No.
I worked with you in like the rehearsals and stuff. But these are like legends. These are the OGs, the originals. So like seeing them, it was kind of cool.
Pretty cool to get fresh faces and familiar faces, because I wasn't on the set of part 2. So it was cool to work with Lukas, because I was very impressed with your performance. And yeah, it was just overall a fun experience for me, because it's nice to have people your own age that you can just be like, yeah, it's cool to have people who are also into stage performance and cinema and has their own YouTube channels and stuff like that. So it's nice to find a nice common ground and have something to talk about, Yeah.
I agree. It was fun working with a lot of old people and a lot of new people, especially working with Mr. Chad Quarterback again.
Yeah.
Oh, choice.
Oh, Chad.
Your fingers are so big.
It's crazy. Every film we do, we still quote like Hellfire Hades 1 still.
It is
like,
very
the quotes
quotable.
will never die.
It's very quotable. I'm not gonna lie.
Cast was great, both in directing them and performing alongside them. Isaac and Maura were fun to torment as the Bloodbearer. Love McCultists, shout out to them. Nicole and Reilly, they were great. They didn't have, a super huge role or anything, but it was fun to be able to like direct them both as the director and in character. Oh, and Hellfire Hades, of course. Trevor reprising the role once again. He was phenomenal. Even though he only came in at the end, it was super impactful, and it's definitely up there for like one of my favorite like Hellfire Hades scenes in the series so far.
The 2 leads, they did such a tremendous job with the characters they were written. They were true talents behind this. Will, as the cult leader, was also a very heavyweight performance in this. It was very intense. It was very interesting to watch him actually act. That wasn't just, something goofy or something in the background in the other 2. So I was very pleased with everybody, even down to the cult followers. They were so fun, because half the time during my shooting scenes, they were just with me off in the sidelines, and we're just chatting it up and just having a good time back there. So they were very much a rewarding presence to be a part of and work with.
Filming my death was so awesome. It was the coolest thing ever. I loved running around in the mud and and getting thrown to the ground and then burned alive. That was amazing, fantastic. We were so tired. We were so tired. We were filming screams and stuff, and I was just screaming into the void for the first time in my life. Never had the chance to just like go out in the woods and just like fantastic, awesome time. And then watching my death, it was such a joy to get to watch that with like friends and family and people who support me and things, because they all saw that and they were like, I was like, oh no, whoa, like terrified. It was fantastic special effects. Everything was awesome. It was great also looking back on camera and seeing all the blood I was covered with and the dirt and crap. It was fantastic.
It was so different. I've never like died on screen. I've never died on stage or anything like that. So I really had to kind of like focus and ground myself for that. So it was really interesting, and doing it behind camera was awesome. Watching it was really bizarre. It felt really weird, and I was like, that's me, but not. So it was definitely weird, but also cool at the same time.
Less cringy this time. It was less cringy. I just felt a lot more confident. I felt like I improved a lot, so it was cool to reprise Chad. Just a very iconic character. Just to know that so many people like him. He's in a lot of people's favorites category towards the top. I'm happy about that. It makes me feel a lot better about myself. So yeah, I think, of course, I'm nothing without the director's iconic lines. So shout out to the director. Yeah, Chad's a great character.
Every time I step into the shoes of Mike Calculus, I feel like an angel loses its wings, you know? It's fine. It's just like, my voice was lower this year too, though. So like, it was harder to like get into his voice, because his voice is very nasally and like, actually. So like, that was weirder. But it was fun though. I got to eat paper in a library full of people.
In paper.
That saw me do that.
It's true. It's good for fiber.
It was very fun, genuinely. I had a very fun time.
Reprising Eddie for like the third time, it's starting to get to the point where I'm getting more and more comfortable with this character, that I can easily channel Eddie like very comfortably now. Like
start sacrificing us all. Like.
Eddie's starting to merge into my personal life now. I want to summon Hellfire Hades and just sacrifice everybody in the world. He's becoming real. I'm kidding. I wouldn't sacrifice you for the world.
You are his world.
You're our world.
Son.
So, first time murderer here. It was pretty great. I thought it was so much fun to aim a gun at Maura and, you know, doing the shot of like the shot and shooting Maura. It was, I don't know, it was really, it was sad, but like, you know, I was definitely into it. You know, I was like, yeah, you didn't, you know, in character, I mean, you know, you didn't want to drink the juice, so you gotta go. Watching the deaths unfold on screen in front of you, and then watching it later, it's always so cool to like see all the hard work pay off.
It was kind of much of the same thing over again, but it was just new people. So take people and flip them out of the roles and kill these new people. It was very, very interesting. Once again, I loved doing the whole killing of the cult leader. It was a very almost, I don't want to say romantic, you know, but because that's weird. It had this sense of longing, and I found my purpose, but my purpose betrayed me, kind of thing. So watching that and being a part of that scene was very rewarding in the end.
I didn't really kill anyone. I was just kind of there for the show. So I think it was really cool to be a part of that. I got to hold a flame and it wouldn't stay lit. Or something like that. It was, oh my goodness, we filmed this like a long time ago. So I really didn't kill anyone, but I got to be a big dork, which was really funny.
So one, it wasn't scary because these are my awesome peers whom I love dearly, right? Getting to actually see Hellfire Hades, like the costume, the man, the myth, the legend put together in front of me physically was pretty terrifying. Like I'm like 6 foot, right? I felt maybe 4 foot in that moment seeing Hellfire Hades. It was a just great presence on screen and in person as well. I did feel very terrified of the Bloodbearer when I was held down by the cultists looking up and stuff with the gun and things. That was scary.
I wouldn't say scary, but definitely like a little unsettling at times, like, or uncomfortable. Like this feels weird and it feels a little like spooky. I wouldn't say scary though.
If Mike wasn't there, there's a very real possibility that none of this shit would have happened. Okay? Because Mike is the one who points them all in the direction of, like, oh, like the new release book sections where you're looking for, like, your shit. If he didn't, like, help them, there's a possibility that they just could have never found it. Because what if they were looking all over the place and they're like, oh, this is stupid, let's just go on spring break, and then they don't die. You know what I mean? Mike Calculus changed the trajectory of 2 people's lives and killed so many people.
Oh, I mean, I knew what I signed up for. I knew it was a more supportive role this time. So it was cool because I actually felt like I was needed due to the brass knuckles, which I did provide, which I was not credited for in the final product of the movie, just saying. It does foreshadow an event in the movie, which is kind of important. Although I didn't save lives, I prolonged the inevitable. I helped, in a sense. So it's cool because it being a prequel, I think it still works in Chad's favor. Like, everything still makes sense and it flows right, especially being around Eddie and stuff. Like, I love the way the ending bleeds into the events of the first movie, so
Yeah.
I understood the assignment. It was cool.
Seeing Eddie Stone in the prequel kind of like opens eyes to like some things that I didn't like really realize. Like, it's like how Lukas just said, it's not really, if it wasn't for Lucas's character, like none of this would have really happened. So like kind of thinking that and like having that opened up is like now, instead of just doing the first one where Eddie kind of created this whole world where it's really Mike's fault for Hellfire Hades coming out because you helped assist in all of this happening now.
Yeah, without even realizing it.
Yeah.
The Bloodbearer and then his role in this story of, you know, he views Hellfire Hades as like a cure. It's so logical. How you'd be stupid not to follow him. Yeah, I'd say I felt scary, at least at times, mainly when ironically when my mask is off is probably when I felt most scary. At least from the horrified reactions I got from behind camera. I feel like I kind of unsettled Bethany a bit.
Going into it, I wanted to push myself further to build up an intensity with it, especially since it was a new costume, it was a new look for the character, something very fresh. So my performance had to be fresh with it. And I think I did it justice with that.
I didn't necessarily feel scary. I really felt like we were just creepy. Because you have this gigantic beast that's about to kill you, and then here's his two little like groupies that are there, and they're like, okay, now here he is, here's Hellfire Hades, yes. And it's like it was the other cult member, yeah. There was like this really cool shot where there was like this cool like reflect, like, I don't even know how to explain it. There was like this like the light reflected off of their glasses or something like that, but it looked so cool. Yeah, so that was, I would say, more creepy than scary for sure.
I did have, honestly, so honest to God, I did have a little bit of trouble with my lines on occasion. I don't know why. I've had more lines than this. I don't know. It's just something about film and about doing it over and over again, and about it not being in a live medium that didn't immediately translate for me. Other difficulties. It was 2:30 in the morning whenever we finished the last shoot. It was so hot. It was so hot. Don't film a spring movie in the summer. Don't do it. If you think you want to film a spring, don't do it. Do not do it. You can do it. It's fine. It's fine. I give you permission.
I don't think so. It was an overall really positive, really fun experience, and I loved how collaborative it was.
I had to get Eiffel Towered between the blood bearer and fucking Hellfire Hades to get us a blood squirting shot that we didn't actually end up getting on camera. Okay? That was a hardship. That was a hardship. I had to be betwixt the two, squatting down so the camera didn't see me, and my little jerry-rigged thing didn't work, so I had to blow into this tube of fake blood, and it didn't work. It didn't work.
Yeah, the Southfield slop was pretty much just the hardest part. Because in the first movie, the only thing that truly hurt was I had just bought those Converse, and they were so fresh. And then running through the woods in the mud at 2 a.m. killed those shoes. So I had to buy some whole new ones. So this one, it was just hot that one shooting day, really. And poor Bethany, she got bit by like 1,000 mosquitoes in the woods that day. I felt so bad. Her back was destroyed. So shout out to her for being a trooper.
Honestly, during the Southfield slop, it being extremely hot, and that scene taking so long to film because you know what day it was, right?
Because what?
You know what day it was, right?
Motorcycle Sunday!
Every 5 minutes there was like a motorcycle or a loud car just driving by, and we just had to scrap the whole take.
Oh my god.
You didn't even let me finish. So, me and my girl got this graduation camping trip this June. I chose 3 packs a day here for mini motorcycles.
And just redo it just because of that. So not only was it hot that day, it took forever to film because there were too many cars there.
Motorcycle Sunday.
I would say the biggest hardship comes in the form of that damn rubber neck stump I had to wear. I feel like I can maintain a pretty good attitude on even some of the worst sets, or at least I try to. But after a while of being in this sweaty rubber stump trying to get a shot right that didn't even get on camera with the blood effects we were doing, I was just miserable. And it's getting to the point where we're doing multiple takes and I'm just standing there. I'm like, all right, let's go. Let's wrap this up. All right, was that good? Did that look good? No? Okay. Really proud of how that all paid off, but damn, did I hate wearing that rubber neck stump. It was awful.
I hate being out in the middle of the woods at 2 a.m. It fucking sucks. But don't get me wrong, we got the shots we needed. It was cool watching them get made, but goddamn, I have a bedtime.
I didn't have major dislikes for filming. I love filming stuff. The only thing is I had to be at work at 6 a.m. the next morning, and I didn't get home till 2:30, I think. Yeah, so I was just really tired. So that's pretty much it. I didn't really dislike filming, though.
Oh, obviously, very. I'm very, very proud of the final result. It was. I've never been a part of anything that's won an award before, really, or like won a serious award by like third-party people. I've won like school awards for things in like theater on campuses and stuff. But this felt very different, and I really appreciate all of the work everybody did. It's like a really I appreciate getting to be a part of this. It's such a is such a like I'll be proud of this kind of stuff for the rest of my life. I feel like even if I go on and succeed and get crazy roles out there or something like that. But yeah, it was really awesome, really very awesome, and I'm very proud of the final product.
I say yeah. I think for my first time doing film, I think that I did a decent job. I felt very good about it. I was really impressed overall with the entire project, and I would love to do it again.
Yes. Makeup could have been better.
It was cool. I think I'm more proud of this performance than I am of my debut in Hellfire Hades, the first one. Like if I show this to a group of people, I'd be more proud of this one opposed to my first one. So overall, I'm pretty satisfied. Yeah.
Absolutely not. Scrap the whole movie. Redo it. I need a second chance. No.
A second chance to get that actual wig this time.
Start from scratch.
Yes. No, I'm very proud with the work I did with this one. It was a lot of fun, honestly.
Oh yeah, I am so proud. Even before I pursued filmmaking, directing, and all of that, I was an actor first. Really figuring out Bloodbearer was just, such a process because some of my original voices were definitely choices because I wasn't sure how campy to make it, how serious I wanted. But yeah, my first voice was just straight up Mark Hamill Joker. It was like, oh, I gave you a chance to be a part of something greater than yourself. So, there are still other curious souls drawn to the Demon Lord's craft. How is it you knew of its arrival? It was too much. It was fun, but it was clearly too much. Being on this side of the spectrum and then just slowly getting over to a point where I felt like I had a voice that was, I was really confident in and I felt was scary enough to be the Bloodbearer. And seeing that unfold and seeing people off camera be intimidated by it, it was really something. So yeah, so proud of so many elements and so many things that went into this, but of my performance especially.
I will say that I do feel I'm very proud of my performance in terms of how different it felt from HH2 doing it for Book of Hades. So seeing the two differences with them where in HH2 it was very stoic. I'm just there, I'm menacing aside from certain kills and that. And going from this one to where I am a primal beast of hate. And just coming in and just unleashing right off the bat was very much a flip of the script in terms of what we needed out of this. So I'm very proud that we were able to pull it off.
I'm really proud of the final result. I think, once again, Will just did a great job with the film, editing and stuff like that. And it looks... I think everyone's acting was really good. I love the shot of Will, shooting the gun, and it's just red, and it's just poof, slay.
I love you. Also, thank you so much for watching and being a part of everything and stuff. Because we can't do it without you, or probably wouldn't want to do it without you. I'm so glad that I get to show it to people and things, and so I'm so glad that that I have a thing that I can just be like, yeah, here's what I've done, stuff like that. I definitely come and see this one. It's if you haven't already, or check it out. It's very, very solid. It's one of the good ones, very much so.
Hellfire Hades is awesome, and this is a really cool series. Definitely check out the other films if you haven't yet, because it's all just really cool. But yeah, film rocks, and everybody should do it because it's a great opportunity and it's a great project to do. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's only going to get worse.
Hellfire, Hades in space.
Huge shout out to everyone who participated in the making of the films up to this point. It takes a lot of hard work, dedication. People work full-time jobs and still find time to entertain others, and it's a lot. Taking their time, energy,
Their
blood, sweat, and tears, literally.
Some
And-
people drive an hour away just for a 5-minute scene.
Some people drove 2.5 hours away to not even be shot that day.
But we do it for the fans.
We do it for you guys.
Yes. And I will do it again.
If I'm available, I will.
Yeah, I mean, if it aligns with my scheduling. Like,
If the
I'll do it.
director wants me.
As always, thank you all so much for watching The Book of Hades, this third installment and prequel to the Hellfire Hades series. Super proud of it, super happy with everyone I worked with. I'm so happy with how it came out. I've already had people tell me it's their favorite installment in the series so far, which was amazing to hear. And yeah, definitely stay tuned for potentially one more Hellfire Hades project. The next feature-length project, Hellfire Hades 3, 1980s Killing Spree. Won't shed too much light on it just yet, but for another time, do stay tuned. Maybe I can do something funny.
Sure. Maybe.
Maybe.
No. I already hate it.
I gave you a chance.
And I'm very proud of, everybody that was there, everybody that worked on this. I know I wasn't a big presence in this. Granted, I was only there for 2 days, but seeing, all the intensity, just the darker tones with it come to life was a very rewarding experience with this. I am hoping I am still around to bring him back a third time, and maybe you'll see your old stink boy again. There's nothing in the works yet. There's nothing 100% guaranteed, but I have been told the beginnings of where the potential of HH3 may go. And I'm excited to see if it sees the light of day, but time will tell and we will know. Thank you so much for watching it. Thank you so much for, all the love and support that not only I get from my performance, but from everybody else that worked on this, and seeing all their reactions and seeing friends and family and just random people who have seen these and seeing them enjoy it as much as we enjoyed making it has been a true reason to carry on and keep going. So with that, thank you. And I hope to see you guys again for another go around as Hellfire Hades. Thank you.
I would say watch the film if you like scary stuff. It's a scary movie. There's a lot of scary movies out there, but this one is really cool. It won an award, so I would say go watch it. Cool. Bye, guys.
That's pretty much it. Oh, okay.
Oh my gosh, yes!
Oh wow, you can't really see shit in this thing.
To be a part of something.